All right, what's good? What's good? What's good? Man, I wasted my morning. Shit. Had so much work to do today, man. I didn't even get my videos done today. Then I got caught up with this stupid ass conversation with somebody on Twitter about boxing. Man, will y'all shut up and not come near me if you ain't gonna read a book, man? Read a book. Man, you UK dudes need to read a book. Read a book. Read a book, man. Read a book. Lord have mercy. What's going on, Lowland Prop? Man, read a book. Hey, man, I'm sorry, man. I'm just off my square a little bit, man, because I literally had these dudes up here on Twitter telling me that the New York State Athletic Commission never had a belt, that the Ring magazine was named the champions. They named the champ. Dog, y'all was some dummies, man. Will y'all pick up a book? Lord have mercy. And if you can't pick up a book, go to Scrapbook Boxing. Man, I've been dealing with a lot of dummies on YouTube, man. And I got little to no patience for dummies, man. Little to no patience for dummies. Goodness gracious, Lord have mercy, man. But what's good, man? Y'all let me know what y'all want to talk about. I said, nah, let him remain stupid. Yeah, it's easy money, but dude, see, in my mouth, what's going on, what's going on, Mr. Duvall? Look, man, it say UK has YouTube hooligans. Man, this is on Twitter. This dude is sitting there. Dog, they won't give up. And I don't know who's worse, them or me, because I won't give up. I'm like, dog, Ring Magazine does not name who the lineal championship is. They don't name champions. They're a magazine. What part of a magazine don't you get? What's going on? Mr. Khan? But let me say what's up to everybody. We're gonna talk about AJ this morning, man. AJ's off, man. AJ out here looking fucking crazy, man. Shut up, AJ. AJ, shut up. Stop talking, man. Stop flapping your lips, dude. You need to do, dog. He needs a little Terence Crawford in his life too, man. Dog, AJ, you gotta stop talking, homie. You gotta stop talking. This cat talking about he want to spar. He want to spar Tyson Fury to help him get ready for Deontay Wilder. Man, for what? You really want Tyson Fury to beat Deontay Wilder, man? Because, oh, man, I really want, because I think I'll get a fight with him first. First of all, dog, no, you won't. Because if Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, they get a rematch. Deontay Wilder got a rematch clause. You ain't fighting him. You're not fighting him any sooner than Tyson Fury. And if you didn't notice, Tyson Fury's a hoe. Tyson Fury is going to run off into the fucking sunset. And not, you kidding me? That crackhead? Man, that crackhead ain't trying to fight you. He don't know what he's trying to do. He don't know if he want to be a tap dancer or MMA fighter. He don't know if he want to run for art. Man, that dude don't know what he want to do minute to minute. Dog, the most consistent and most secure fighter that there is in the heavyweight division has been Deontay Wilder. Man, these dudes is bugging. What's going on, Todd French? Lowland Profits, what's going on, man? Kenneth Johnson, salute to you. B&B Boxing, what's going on? Brothers UK in the building. Star City J. Jay Good. You know what? I'm not going to raise my blood pressure today, man. I'm trying to speak smoothly. Jay Good. That shit don't work. Jay Good, man. What's going on, man? Outlaw Jr. Outlaw Jr. Salute. Jeff, the producer, what's going on? Black Cam TV, what's happening? The Super Eagle, what's good? Fast Lane Jones, what's going on, man? Deacon Dollars, what's happening? The plant-based pugilist, I'm chilling, man. What's going on, H-Town? James Harris, Ricky Williams, Ivan Garcia, salute to you. Rock Regal, what's happening? The Agitator, Duke, what's going on, man? Blaine Walker, what's happening? What's good to everybody out there, man? Good morning to you, Jose de Jesus. All right, what's going on, Lil 95? Salute for 9. Sorry I'm late. That's all right, man. Everybody rolling in here on time, man. We got about 143 people. Fury versus AJ is going to be straight hoe bash. Man, them dudes ain't fighting, man. Them dudes ain't fighting. I don't believe none of them. I don't believe anybody in the heavyweight division, any of those top 3 dudes are going to fight anybody. First of all, AJ ain't fighting Wilder. You guys can get that through your head, man. You can get that out your head. He's not fighting Deontay Wilder, dude. If he was going to fight Deontay Wilder, that fight would have happened already. And now that the dude is out there looking fragile, looking like, broke porcelain, you think he's going to jump out there and fight him now? I don't believe it, man. They're gonna try to milk that dude and get him knocked off by somebody else that they can control, man. He's gonna go out there and get knocked off by somebody that they can control. They're not gonna have him fight Deontay Wilder, get knocked off and lose everything, because that completely sinks that economy for them guys over there. Ron Finkley said, but it's a butt boy. Said it's a butt boy festival. AJ versus Fury working together. Man, dude, what's going on, Famous? AAA? Nah, dog. Let me tell you something. Nah, that shit flopped, dog. He flopped. Let me tell you why, Famous. You got to look at the numbers, dog. That shit is I think he had like 1.3. Just use the numbers 1.3. The same show the year before was 1.8. So the same show, they had an event, the same Heisman Trophy show. The one last year, they had 1.8 million people watched it that year. This year, it was down by 500,000. Also, the numbers dropped from the prelims to the finals, to the final show. I'll do a video about it, dude, but the numbers went down. The numbers started off like at 1.4. I have to pull up the numbers because like I said, I'm behind. I didn't do my videos today. So I didn't do my videos yet today. So I don't have the numbers right in front of me. But I'm not hating on them. I'm telling you, dude, if your show starts off, if the peak of the main event is lower than the average, that tells you that the show that viewers started off watching in the beginning and they went away when Bud came on. Dog, that's the show did not climb. The number of viewers declined throughout the whole fight, man. It declined. He said most people were waiting to watch the Lopez fight. No, I just think that they came in. The Lopez fight was that the second fight? So you had Mick Conlon, then they had that fight, and then the numbers went down for Bud, man. That's not good, man. It's not good for Bud. That's what you get. But dog, that's what you get fucking around with Bob Arum. Bob Arum is not promoting. He's not promoting Terence Crawford. It's just what it is, man. He said the Conlon. Oh, there you go. So the Conlon fight had the peak numbers. That means they started watching the Conlon numbers and they went away. The fewer people watched as the fight went on. No, dog, that's flopping like a fish, homie. That's flopping like a fish. It's not a big argument. He said, that's true. Bob does a horrible job. Yeah. Nah, man, he's just, man, Bud, dude, there's no, it's just a bad look, man. That was a bad look. And they tried to shine it. Like Steven Espinoza was on Twitter, dude. That shit was hilarious. If you've not seen the Twitter interaction, if you didn't see the Twitter interaction between Steven Espinoza and Mike Coppinger, dog, that shit was hilarious because Mike Coppinger tried to blow the numbers up and he came up with this mythical metric called peak average, which is an oxymoron. It's an oxymoron. Why'd you get kicked out of here, man? He said the peak average. I should pull it up on Twitter, dude. That shit is, hold on one second. Man, this dude went, hey, man, Steven Espinoza is getting real salty on Twitter, dog. All right, so Mike Coppinger said, ooh-wee, that shit is funny. Mean Machine generated a peak average of 5.12 million viewers. The peak viewership for the telecast was 1.65, making it the most watched boxing event on cable this year. Now, let me go through how many different ways Mike Coppinger is trying to blow these numbers up. Number one, the most watched on, let's go from backwards. Let's go from the end backwards. What the peak viewership for the telecast was 1.65 million, making it the most watched boxing event on cable this year. On cable this year. Cable. Now, let me ask you guys, what are the cable networks? What are the cable networks that air boxing? ESPN, the answer is ESPN and Showtime. ESPN, Showtime. Oh, they polishing the shit out that turd and getting the shit all on their arms and their shirt. Walk out smelling like boo-boo. So 1.5. So they say 1.6 on cable. Now, yeah, exactly. Keywords cable. They're not counting Fox. They're not counting Fox. Because Fox you can get without cable. However, but see, here's the twist. Everybody that has cable has Fox. How many people do you know that don't have cable? Do you know? And I'm really asking, do you know anybody that does not have cable? Anybody? Do you know anybody that's running around with antennas on their fucking thing that are watching boxing matches? You know some? I don't know. Hey, how many people have that shit? Everyone I know don't got cable. I don't know. I don't know anybody that ain't got cable. Or I don't know how many, but regardless, assume that's true. It's not the highest watched boxing event this year on television. It's the highest cable. You said, you don't have cable? Do you have applications? Or do you got an antenna? You got an antenna, or you cut the cord? You cut the cord and you buy Fox like piecemeal, or do you got antennas sticking out your window? But see, the internet, yeah, but I'm not talking about antenna shit. I'm talking about how many people got antennas with nothing. Web can get you anything. Anyway, I won't belabor that point. They said the highest on cable. It's not the highest it's not the highest that's been shown on cable. It's the highest on cable, right? That is exclusively cable, but we'll leave that alone. Because truth be told, Jermell Charlo passed that up. Jermell Charlo fight and Jamal Charlo fight did more than that. Caleb Plant did more than that. A whole bunch of fights did more than that, man. A whole bunch of fights over there on Fox did more than that. But the most important, craziest shit that they did was the 1.52 million peak average. What peak average is an oxymoron. If you guys are familiar with the concept of an oxymoron, what's going on, Melvin Jackson? That's an oxymoron. It's either the peak or the average, because average by definition takes the high, it takes the highs, it takes the lows, adds them all up and divide them by the number of measurements, right? So it takes everything. It's the average of everything. The peak can't be the average. The peak is the peak. The average is the average. The low is the low. You cannot have a peak average. It's not possible. That's oxymoronic. You know what I mean? That's like saying, who is at this? You have a 7-foot guy, you got a 6-foot guy, and you got a 5-foot guy, and you say, well, who's the peak average of the 7-foot tall guy, the 6-foot tall guy, and the 5-foot guy? The average is 6 foot, right? What's the peak average? So Steven Espinoza, dog. Steven Espinoza, a clown, dog. But seriously, he's a clown. Hey, he be clowning, but don't argue with Steven Espinoza. That dude's got kind of a knife. That dude's got a knife-like intellect. So yeah, that's just some bullshit. They try to say, but what he's covering up is maybe not intentionally, but in actuality, is that what were the average numbers for the Terence Crawford fight? And if the peak viewership was 1.65, was 1.65, but what were the averages for Terence Crawford's fight? I think that shit was like 1.3, which means like 300,000 people dropped out of the telecast leading up to the Terence Crawford fight. I said, we got cable. You know, cats got cable. People try to be difficult. D-Style Boxing in that super chat, man. Much love in that super chat, D-Style. Hey, man, I forwarded your stuff, and I know you caught on to that, the peak average. But then look what he did. Then he changed it. Much love in that super chat. Look, hey, and then Mike Coppinger changed it. He said, oh, excuse me, I meant highest average block. Highest average block? He changed that shit to highest average block. Now, I don't know what highest average block means. I think he's pulling that out of his ass, but I'm not. But it sounds, at least it's not oxymoronic. But when I think about this, highest average block, what's the block? Is it a 5-minute block? Is it an hour-long block? Is it a 30-second block? Is it a 3-hour block? What's the block? What's the block? So the highest average block could mean that during the peak of 1.6, right? For the 3 minutes before and after it, what does it say? Say the 1.6 was the highest. Then 2 minutes before, it was 1.3. And 3 minutes after that, it was 1.9. So for a block within the first 3 minutes of the show, the highest average block was 1.6. That's more skullduggery, man. Like, what do you guys do? Dog, are people really that? I mean, my dad told me this, man, and I never believed it, dude, but my dad would tell me this shit all the time. My dad does tell me this. He's like, look, man, you'll never go broke thinking people are stupid. He said, you'll never go broke thinking people are stupid. You think that it makes sense to you. Like, you can see that average peak, that average peak, dog, is an oxymoron. And then, Stephen Espinoza said that his zone pay you for that. What the fuck is an average peak? And all of these people on Twitter, dude, these people on Twitter were going at Stephen Espinoza. And I left a message for Stephen Espinoza. I don't like to leave messages for Stephen Espinoza, really, because I got fucking sense. Okay, if I disagreed with Stephen Espinoza about some shit related to some numbers, guess what I would do? Guess what I would do? I would shut the fuck up. I would shut the fuck up. If I thought Stephen Espinoza told some shit, I was like, that doesn't make sense to me. I would not tweet Stephen Espinoza about viewership numbers on cable TV. You know why? Because Stephen Espinoza is an executive, is a senior executive for a cable channel who specializes in boxing, and goes over the numbers on a regular basis. He is somebody that puts out pay-per-view shows. He puts out regular shows. Why in the world would I ever start a debate with Stephen Espinoza about some shit that I know for sure he knows more about than me? But yet, you got people out here trying to clown Stephen Espinoza. Who said it flopped? I say it flopped. It's a 500,000 decrease from the show the last year. That's a flop. It was at 1.8 last year, dropped to 1.3 this year for the same time slot for a fight that was just as good. That's a 500,000 view decrease. And the numbers from ESPN, but it's not unexpected because the numbers from ESPN have dropped from last year to this year. It is, though, an increase, though, in the viewership, I do believe, on ESPN from the Terence Crawford versus Julius Ndungo, though. I do believe that's the case. I believe it's an increase in numbers for Terence Crawford on regular ESPN. He said, oh, okay, I was wondering why we were on this. Oh, yeah, that's because that's what I said, man. Look, man, I ain't giving Terence Crawford, you need to fight Sean Porter, man, before your shit is just completely gone, okay? Terence, hey, man, hey, Team Bud, okay? You can't call this shit a success, okay? It's not. You went in there talking about your numbers were better than other people's numbers. Your numbers aren't better than people's numbers, man. Your numbers are not better. Your numbers are not better than Jermell Charlo's. I'm pretty sure. Let me do something real quick. Fox boxing viewership. I'm just gonna throw it out there. See, news. It'll be news. Yeah, Williams versus Hurd broadcast peaked at 210 2,108,000, dude. Dude, Caleb Plant versus Lee. Plant versus Lee. You did better than Plant versus Lee. So Terence Crawford is stuck between J-Rock and Caleb Plant. J-Rock and Caleb Plant. Tis not good, homie. Tis not good. And by the way, Fox Sports, I do believe, has fewer viewers than ESPN. I think the network Fox is bigger, but I'm pretty sure that ESPN is still the biggest sports network. And that was on regular sports. That was on regular ESPN. Okay? Regular ESPN. You're stuck between J-Rock and Caleb Plant. That's a fucking shame. Okay? And it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You can't talk. You got ESPN talking out of both sides of their neck with you, man. Okay? They're talking out of both sides of their neck. And that's not gonna promote you. Okay? When they mention Terence Crawford, they mention it insulting the PBC and how the PBC fighters, how the PBC welterweights need to fight you. Right? That's one side of their neck. Oh, the PBC, they need to fight Terence Crawford. They're cowards if they don't fight Terence Crawford. They need to stop ducking. They need to make the fight, right? This is this side of the neck. This is a Tim Bradley side of the neck. Now, ESPN and Top Rank's other side of the neck is this. Lomachenko's the best. Lomachenko's the best. Lomachenko is the best fighter in the world. Lomachenko is the best. Monster Inoue is number 2 right underneath, is also higher ranked than Terence Crawford, right? So see that neck? See the two sides of the neck they're talking out of? That's what they're doing to you, Terence. They're talking out of two sides of their neck. One neck is talking to and insulting the PBC, and that's the only time they bring you up, baby. So, I mean, that's the only time they're bringing up. That's the only time they're bringing you up in a positive light, dude, is when they want to insult the PBC. That's it. That's it. That's when they're allowed to get excited about you. Over here. PBC sucks. PBC sucks. They won't fight Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford's the best welterweight. Well, let's talk about but then when PBC's not connected, Lomachenko's the best. Lomachenko's the best. He's the number 1 pound for pound. Ooh, I can't wait to see Monster Inoue. Anybody that has Monster Inoue outside of the top 5 pound for pound doesn't know shit about boxing. Monster Inoue. Lomachenko. No Terence Crawford. So when they're actually telling people who their best product is, you don't get mentioned. When they want to insult their competitors, that's when you come up. Am I missing something? Or does that is that pretty much the consistent message? They don't use PBC for Loma promotion, though. No, of course not. Because they don't want to. Well, number one, they'll start though. They'll start. If Gervonta Davis gets all the way up there, will. But they got in-house fights over with Lomachenko. They have people for Lomachenko to fight. They're gonna make sure they got somebody for Lomachenko to fight. Lomachenko can fight Comey, right? He could fight Teofimo Lopez. He can fight he can fight Ray Beltran. They don't care. They don't care who Lomachenko fights. They're going to pub Lomachenko. Lomachenko could fight a tomato can, could literally be punching on a tomato can, and they're going to sell Lomachenko because that's who they want to sell. That's who they believe in. That's who they're putting their stuff behind. Okay? That. right? If you have not heard BFTB's incredible show that he did breaking down the history of Lomachenko and Manny Pacquiao, I learned something. A lot of times I go to BFTB because I want to be like, because I like watching him dog y'all out, right? Unpaid advertisement for Best Fight the Best. I love listening to him just bash trolls, all that. But like scrapbook boxing is with like the history of boxing, the current modern day events and the chronicling of the current events and the current political situation in boxing, Best Fight the Best has that shit documented in extreme detail. And that's why you guys don't want to show up, because he's got all the receipts. So I went to his channel and listened to the receipts. I was like, let me hear this. He pointed out something that I had missed, that Bob Arum said for Manny Pacquiao when talking about Manny Pacquiao. He said, yeah, Manny Pacquiao could fight Terence Crawford, but they don't want to. They don't really want to, which is understandable. But then there's also Lomachenko, which is the fight that I really want to see. I really want to see Lomachenko, Manny Pacquiao. But then they said, hey, Bob, isn't he at 147? Bob says, oh, no. Manny Pacquiao's not really a 147-pound fighter. We would have that fight, watch this, at between 135 and 140. Between 135 and 140. So what did Bob Arum want to do for Vasily Lomachenko? Classic Bob Arum move, classic boxing move. He wanted to drain Manny Pacquiao down to about 138 pounds and have him fight Vasily Lomachenko. He wanted to have this dude fight Lomachenko, and I'm just going to say he said between 135 and 140, right? The midway between that is 137.5. So he wanted to get him down to 137.5 catch weight to fight Lomachenko, but not have him fight Terence Crawford at 147 for the 147-pound championship. He didn't want to give Terence Crawford the opportunity to move up to 140 from 140 to 147 to fight Manny Pacquiao. He wanted Manny Pacquiao to drop down 12 pounds or 11 and a half pounds. 11 and a half pounds. Oh, is that right? 147 to 137 and a half, 9.5 pounds. He wanted Manny Pacquiao to drain down 120 to fight for a tweener weight at a weight class Manny Pacquiao had never been in. That had Manny Pacquiao only fought, actually, I don't think Manny Pacquiao fought, he only fought at 140 once. And I think he only fought at 135. How many times Manny Pacquiao fought at 135? He fought at 135 a few times. I don't think he fought but at 140 but once. And that was with Ricky Hatton like 4 or 5 years before that. But Bob Arum was okay with Manny Pacquiao draining down in weight to fight Vasily Lomachenko. Not have Terence Crawford fight Manny Pacquiao for a belt that Manny Pacquiao was currently holding. Yeah, 140. He's at 3 times at 135. He was at 1 time at 140. That's what Top Rank is willing to do for Vasily Lomachenko. But Bob Arum said, I killed the fight. He killed the fight. Terence Crawford wanted the fight. Manny Pacquiao wanted the fight. Because Manny Pacquiao said it. Manny Pacquiao's like, he said, I don't know why they didn't give me the fight. I wanted to fight Terence Crawford instead of Jeff Horn. I don't know why they didn't give me the fight. Manny Pacquiao said he wanted to fight Terence Crawford instead of Jeff Horn. He didn't want the Jeff Horn fight. He wanted the Terence Crawford fight for $20 million. And shout out to BFTB for the same $20 million he got for fighting Tim Bradley. Why would they make 3 fights with Tim Bradley? See, that's why Tim Bradley is such an ass kiss for Bob Arum. Because Bob Arum took care of Tim Bradley. Gave him 3 fights with Manny Pacquiao. Yes, Bob. Thank you. And a job. Gave him 3 fights with Manny Pacquiao and a job. Dog, Terence Crawford is, man, I'm trying to think who this dude is, man. I think that he said, I believe Pacquiao would stop Crawford easy work. No. Oh, no. I don't. Terence Crawford ain't easy work for nobody, man. Oh, said BFTB was dropping supreme facts. Absolutely he was. Absolutely he was, and he always does. He continues to do it. See, in between the cussing you out and calling you all kind of shit, this dude will nonstop go through every article that you have. I'm positive he reads the articles and he stores them. Something I'm gonna do, man. Bob colluding with the Russians. Man, Bob is colluding with Bob, dog. But look, man, Crawford's a beast. Yeah, Crawford's a beast. But so is God dog, man. God dog. What is his name from Black Murderers Row? So is Charlie Burley. Terence Crawford is a modern day Charlie Burley. For real. That's the modern day. He's the modern day Charlie Burley. He's not going to he's never going to be a star. He will never be. He will never be. He will never be AB. He'll never be Adrien Broner. That's how sad it is. He will never reach the level of success of an Adrien Broner because he's with Bob Arum. Could you imagine if Adrien Broner was as skilled and talented as Terence Crawford, where Adrien Broner would have went? Period. And I'm talking about even without all the clowning, the buffooning, all of that. Imagine if Terence Crawford was in the same situation as Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner just had a legal suit filed on him. Watch this. He just had he just settled, or he just had like a punitive, like $850,000 to pay this chick because he touched her in the club or whatever. Adrien Broner's going to pay that money. Adrien Broner's going to pay that money because you know what? Adrien Broner can come out, fight. Adrien Broner can come out and fight Errol Spence Jr. Adrien Broner could come out and fight and be the comeback fight for Errol Spence Jr. That shit's going to be on pay-per-view, and that dude will make $10 million fighting Errol Spence Jr. because people watch Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner has not been a significant contender for years and is making more money than Terence Crawford, I guarantee you, in every fight that he's made. Terence Crawford, Adrien Broner can literally, if Terence Crawford ever started talking shit to Adrien Broner could look right at his ass and be like, dog, you're a failure. Never has anybody done less with more. And that's the truth. And somebody tell me I'm lying. Somebody tell me that if Adrien Broner had the talent of Terence Crawford. No, you know what, Keisha T? That I really believe that the thing that Adrien Broner is he's likable. He's likable. He's obnoxious as shit. He's an asshole. He says all kind of crazy shit. But he's likable. He's likable. You can laugh at him. He'll laugh at himself. He'll say all kind of stupid shit. But at the end of the day, he's likable. He can make you laugh. Adrien Broner makes you laugh. That's just the truth. He attracts people to himself. And now, if that's not true, he would have been done. He would have been done with Marcus Maidana. Let some shit happen like that to Terence Crawford. What happened to Marcus Maidana? Let it happen. He will never, ever get to where he will never get a Manny Pacquiao fight. Adrien Broner had a Manny Pacquiao fight, man. Adrien Broner had a Manny Pacquiao fight, man. People laughed at Adrien Broner, dude. People laughed at Adrien Broner. Remember when Adrien Broner came out and said, oh, Floyd Mayweather said I'm going to get $10 million for my next fight? And people were like, oh, no, man, you bug in. They ain't going to give you $10 million for your next fight. You remember that? Hey, somebody tell me if they remember that. If they remember when Adrien Broner, after he had already lost to Sean Porter, said, I'm going to get $10 million in my fight. He was dancing, laughing. I'm getting $10 million. You remember that? Somebody tell me if they remember that. When he said he signed a deal with Floyd and he was going to get $10 million and everybody laughed at him. Hey, was that before or after the Manny Pacquiao fight? The dude, after he said that, got a Manny Pacquiao fight. Nobody else is laughing anymore because he got his $10 million. You guys laughed at him then, but then he got his $10 million. He got the $10 million. He got the $10 million that he said he was going to get for fighting a Manny Pacquiao fight. This is somebody, Terence Crawford was on the same, but Terence Crawford was with Bob Arum, and Bob Arum shut him down and wouldn't give him the fight. This is Charlie Burley, man. I'm telling you. This is Charlie Burley. Oh, said he made $25 million, but I'm saying he was guaranteed 20. They said, but he said he was getting 10. If he got 25, cool. If he got 25, cool. That's more than 10. But he's going to be able to pay. He didn't even contest. Watch. He didn't even contest that one, the woman that said that that got him for almost $1 million. He didn't even contest the shit. This is, I'm telling you, Terence Crawford is Charlie Burley. Charlie Burley is one of the greatest welterweights, middleweight fighters that you will ever see. If you go look at this dude fight, go watch him fight. Go watch Charlie Burley fight. Whatever tape there is on him. Did he ever get Sugar Ray Robinson? Did he ever get? No, he never did. He's part of Black Murderers Row because these people wouldn't fight him. This guy's going to be, hold on a second. 25 million, nobody question that. This got to stop. Dude, I don't care if it's 25 million or more than 10. He was on a pay-per-view. He was on a pay-per-view with Manny Pacquiao that did 450,000 pay-per-view buys. It's $75 a pop. Drink more water. Let me pull out my calculator, dog. Let me pull out my calculator. 75 times 400,000. That's $30 million in pay-per-view revenue before the gate. He was in a $30 million, excuse me, it's 450,000 pay-per-view buys. So let me correct that. This is, I messed it up. 75 times 450 equals $33.75 million on Fox, which is a bigger fight than the Luis Ortiz versus Deontay Wilder fight, in which Luis Ortiz was guaranteed 7. If Luis Ortiz was guaranteed 7 for a smaller fight, what do you think Adrien Broner was guaranteed to fight Manny Pacquiao on a pay-per-view card? Over $10 million. Drink more water. Tell me about Terence Crawford's $10 million payday. You think Terence Crawford got $10 million for fighting Aegis Kalvanakis on ESPN, on regular ESPN? Or do you think he got his $10 million when 50,000, between 50 and 100,000 people bought Amir Khan? I don't think so, dude. Now, money's not everything, clearly. Money's not everything, and Terence Crawford has a lot of it. The reason why I'm pointing this out, dude, you say, why do they say Robinson ducked Burley? Because they didn't fight. Scrapbook boxing would be better as to why Specifically, he ducked Burley, or they say he ducked Burley, but he never got a chance. He never got a shot at the belt. Probably one of them low risk, high reward things. But I can't speak specifically on Robinson and Burley. That is something for scrapbook boxing. That's something for Curtis Anderson. And I will ask them, shoot that, and we can get that on OG Boxing Talk this Sunday. Think that would be a really good historical questions. Email me that, and we can cover that in OG Boxing Talk. I wouldn't want to speak on that. I would rather have Trapbook Boxing answer that. Scrapbook, or either Scrapbook or Curtis Anderson answer that. Mr. T. Kingston said, Mr. T. King Texas said, AB is polarizing and accessible. Where you at, Bud? Yeah, pretty much. But this is the thing, man. Bud's not likable. Bud's just not a likable guy. Hey, Bud can fight his ass off, but Bud's not the most likable guy in the world. Not the most likable guy in the world. Okay, he's kind of bitter. He sounds kind of bitter and agitated. You know what I mean? Have you ever heard Bud crack a joke? You ever heard Bud crack a joke? Ever? Like make you laugh? Ever? No. He's never made you laugh. It's purely talent, but it doesn't matter. Neither is Lomachenko. You need to promote somebody like Bud. Bud needs to be promoted. Bud needs to be pushed. Look, man, we got 416 people in the building. We only got 174 likes, man. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. What's going on, Mr. Escobar? I said he can't. He is socially awkward. Yeah. What's going on, Thugger? Yeah, he's a little bit of an awkward dude, man. But dude, there's other examples of people like that too that have the same. Errol Spence Jr. is a little more. I've actually met Errol Spence, so I know he's a very, very nice guy. Very nice guy when he ain't mad. I was kind of close to him in a certain circumstance, and there was a chair I put in the wrong place. And I was like, damn, you about to slap me for a chair? He said, man, move that chair. It's like, shit, you was just nice a second ago. All right, then move this fucking chair. Good kid, though. Drew Titan said, Fanon Robinson lived near my uncle in Harlem. He asked about Burley and Sugar and said, fight him. Why? Exactly. There you go. True story. Much love in that super chat. He said, fight him. Why? Not enough money in it. He's going to go fight Jake LaMotta. He's going to fight those guys and make that money. But I appreciate that answer, Drew Titan. I don't want to answer it and not really, not know for sure what the situation is, but probably because of the money, and you can lose. Charlie Burley is a monster, dude. Charlie Burley's a monster. African sci-fi scholar, man. Much love, man. Thank you. Oh, by the way, thanks to all the members. Thank you guys for joining. He said that's the same thing they said about 90% of black male workforce. What's that? What's that? Reading Civilized to Death. Thank you for the referral, Noop. You got another one for me? Yeah, man. Hey, I got a real good one. It's wild, but here, let me see. Yeah, I'm sure I got a good one. I'm on. What the fuck am I on now? Shit. Oh, yeah. Damn, where'd it go? Along those lines is this one. Hold on one second, man. The Wages of Rebellion by Chris Hedges is really good. The Indigenous People's History of the United States is really good. Also, Getting Past No, Negotiating with Difficult People by William Ury. Those are the books that I've done recently. So again, An Indigenous People's History of the United States, that's close to the book Civilized to Death. The Wages of Rebellion with Chris Hedges is, man, that dude is off the chain. And yeah, Getting Past No, that's more of a business type of thing. Getting Past No, Negotiating with Difficult People. And another one that I liked, this is more like something you can have your wife read, but it's called Primitives of Park Avenue. Primates of Park Avenue. Any of those, I think you'll enjoy. The Primates of Park Avenue is really about women and like like socialite Manhattan and how crazy they are. So I don't know if you'd really like that one. Anyway, His back and forth with Spence was pretty funny. Yeah, it was when they act like he wanted to fight. When they talk about fighting, when he's trying to punk him and he failed. But yeah, man. Anyway, Bud is a dog. Hildago said Bud is a dog. Nick and Nate Diaz were not likable, but can fight, and they are some of the biggest names in the UFC. You don't have to be likable as long as you got skills. Bud has that. Dog, no, they've got a promoter. That's apples and oranges. That's apples and oranges. They're fighting for the UFC. The UFC will promote the shit out of them. What's going on, Eric Johnson? The UFC is going to promote. The UFC owns all of them dudes. What's good? Bam Bam Tweet. Much love in that video. Man, the UFC and boxing are completely different because they are. That's a closed network. It don't make a difference. That's why you get so many good fights in the UFC. What's going on, Ryan Clark? Straight facts. Lowland Prophet Bud is a dog. They type that they outside and don't give a shit about. Oh yeah, the type they leave outside and don't give a shit about. Pretty much. Hey, no worries, Bam Bam Tweet. I'll let you know if I come across any more, man. I'm just not reading right now. I'm not in study mode right now with that. Because the holidays are coming and all that. But I can get some other ones. There's some other boxing books I'm reading. Like this. Sam Langford, boxing's greatest uncrowned champion. That's the boxing book I'm going. Black and unpromotable. Nah, he's promotable. They just don't want. That's just not what they're trying to promote right now. That's not the area that they're trying to go, dude. That's my dude. I love Sam Langford. Yeah, man. I'm learning about Sam Langford from Scrapbook because I kept fucking up the name so much. I was like, man, I got to read up on Sam Langford. Very interesting story so far. I said, why is society trying to emasculate our boys and men? Well, there's some theories about that, man, but that's a Patreon question. And I have a video up about there. I have a video up about that on Patreon. I have a video up about that. So go check out. If you're not on it, I can send you a link. I can send you a temporary link to it. But I discussed that in detail, and I do believe it's all about confusion, control through confusion, where people are talking about pronouns and confusing a pronoun and gender with actually what your sex is. I have a video up about that, man. You got to check it out. He said, Fanon, do you think Robert Easter will get back to being relevant again? Yeah, absolutely. At 140 pounds, I think he's going to look good at 140 pounds. Yeah. I don't think he needs to be at 135, but I think he will. Salute Fanon, you look just like my big brother. That's what's up, man. Hey, yeah, good looking older brother. I'm kidding. I think, yeah, but fans' perspective, there's something different about that. I don't want to get into that because right now, check out Talking to Strangers by Gladwell. Yeah, I've read several Gladwell, Malcolm Gladwell. I read Blink. I read The Tipping Point, like Blink, The Tipping Point. I've read other books by Malcolm Gladwell. He's a very, very good writer. My thoughts, who cares? Live your own life. Yeah, but that's not the subject. That's a different subject. The issue of who you have a relationship with and are physical with, that's one thing. But that's a different thing altogether. That's a different subject altogether. At least that's my take on it. I separate those. Okay? You have real confusion when you think you're a woman. Okay? If I was to think I was a woman, I would be fucking confused. Okay? And it makes no difference who you want to, you know what I mean? It's two different things for me, man. He said, what the fuck, bro? What are you talking about, Buddy Lee? That's what say, what's up, Fanon? Check out my channel when you get a chance. Heavy hitter boxing man for sure. I'll do that. I wish that I could ain't nothing much ghetto life boxing. We just talking this boxing. What's up, Fanon? Okay, I did that. I wish I could shout you out, but I can't do that shit anymore because there's too many funny ass people out there, dude. You know, there's too many. Hey man, there's too many funny people out there. I used to love to do that, but there's too many funny people. There's too many funny people out there in the world. Anyway, Let me go back this up. Langford, like imagine Zab Judah fighting at heavyweight. Man, Sam Langford had a lot of Sam Langford got a lot of Sean Porter in him, from what I can see. I like our new mayor in the Shy. Like our yeah, confused. But no, well, anyway, man, like I said, that's a Patreon thing. And I'm not, with these new community guidelines and all that stuff, man, I'm not talking about that shit in a live stream. Howard Sandler said, boxing is bullshit. If you lost the fight, you're done. Bullshit. Many great fighters lost fights and are still considered great. Jack Johnson refused to fight Sam Langford again. I know about him. Yeah, he did. He refused to fight Sam Langford because Sam Langford was young when the first time that he fought Jack Johnson. So then when he got older and more experienced, he wouldn't fight him. Jack Johnson and Sam Langford, in a little ways, is kind of like maybe like a Floyd and Canelo Alvarez. Floyd got the win. He was a more experienced fighter, but kind of like that. Not exactly, obviously. Check my son out, IG for 9-year-old boxer. Okay, for sure. I'm not on IG though. I'm not on Instagram. Yeah, for 9 because I've noticed ads up, boys, and yeah, dog. Let me get. Dog, I'll do a Patreon live stream. If you cats are out there, I'll do a Patreon live stream. Don't ask me about that here because I don't need the drama. I got so many trolls. So many dudes just trying to crawl up my backside all the time, including you bums. I know you woke your ass up like I know you woke your ass up like yeah. Didn't think I was an attorney, did you? Yeah, for nine a bootleg fraternity. Yeah, I was a bootleg lawyer until you got that shit on your ass, didn't you? What not? I was bootlegging until you got hit with that shit. And all of a sudden, scramble, delete, scramble. Yeah, dog. And do it again. There's more shit waiting on you. I'll be waiting to flag your video. Yeah, cats be waiting to flag, copy it, do all kind of stupid shit. These motherfuckers be thinking, dog, don't bring blood into it next time, all right? Don't bring blood into it. I wouldn't even mind if you clowns are just talking about me. Leave fucking blood out of it, dog. Or you will see. For 9, that's the price you pay for being one of the best. Thank you, Roderick Hunter. I appreciate that, man. I'm trying it, man. You say when you got haters, you're doing good, man. Then I'm doing good than a motherfucker, dog. I'm doing extremely well. If that's the case, Lord have mercy. UK cats in the chat here waiting for you to say something they don't like. Yeah, like AJ. What's the name of AJ's boyfriend? What's his name of his male friend? I want to know that. Who is the guy that's always behind, that was in the hot tub with AJ, who was in a picture dressed like AJ, with both had matching leather jackets? And then he was in another picture with AJ where he had matching boots and tight black pants and chiffon shirts. And the other guy, and then he was in the ring with holding the belt, holding AJ's belt. He's kind of like a brown complected guy with a bun. No, I'm telling you serious. He's got a beard and a bun and kind of like light brown complected guy who's always like right next to AJ, hugged up. Who is that? I wonder who that is. I need to know. I'm interested in the name of that guy because he's mighty close to AJ. Said, you out there popping if you don't. Oh, you ain't popping if you ain't got haters. He said, Mr. Skins. Hey, you know what? Skinner, is his name Skinner? That's who that is? Yeah, that Keith Thurman dude, dog. No, dude, but seriously, that dude is he said he's a DJ party promoter, Mr. Skinner, aka Mr. Skin. Oh, okay. Big Femi, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mr. Skin is a DJ party promoter in a hot tub with AJ? Why are you getting in what's with the hot tub shit? I don't get you young dudes, man. Now, I know that AJ, that ain't his boyfriend, I'm sure. I just think it's probably just something in the UK where men like to get into hot tubs together. I personally can't do that. Like, ain't no way I could possibly see getting into a hot tub with you. And that shit is 3 dudes in a hot tub all. Nigga, if I ain't playing water polo, I ain't in the pool with your ass. Was that water polo practice or something? He said, in a hot tub with AJ, no women. Yeah, like, where the women at? Even with the women, I don't want to be in there with y'all. I get the woman myself. Say, yep, it is. That's his boyfriend, bro. Yeah, man, that's crazy, ain't it? Hey, I'm happy for him, though, man. I'm happy for him. That's good. I'm happy for him. I don't mean no jokes aside, man. If that's cool to hear, they just need to come out with that. If they came out with that, I think that would advance boxing significantly. It would open it up to a whole new market. It would just be, I think that's a beautiful thing, man. Love is great. Love is great. They were on a double date. They were on a double date. Oh, yeah, that's hilarious, man. Fuck all that for nine. I don't know if it is or it's not, dog. I've never noticed Anthony Joshua with a nah. But dude, look, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. I congratulate him. You know what I mean? That's what's up. Do you, man? It's all love. Literally, it's all love. Crazy thing that there clearly wasn't enough room for all those dudes. I wouldn't want to fight. Hey, nah, dude, they whoop your ass, dog. Hell no, you don't walk up on them dudes. Them dudes will fuck you up. Trust me, I got cousins for sure. They'll fuck you up. Okay? Literally and figuratively. Literally and figuratively, they will get you, dog. He said he had to pass those belts then. Oh, dude, pass it right to him, man. Hold that, baby. BFTB was right. Never seen it with any women. Should have suspected. I mean, you know, that's all right, man. It ain't no biggie, man. He can fight, though. He's an excellent, excellent fighter. And that's what's important, man. That's what's most important. The guy can fight. Not all that other stuff. You know? Like him passing up $50 million. I find that more suspect than anything. Somebody that doesn't want to get in the ring with Deontay Wilder with his shirt off for $50 million. Now, that's odd. That's odd. You don't want to get in the ring. You'll get in the ring. You'll get in a hot tub with no shirt on with them for free. And you're probably paying for it. But you won't get in the ring without your shirt on with Deontay Wilder and you're getting paid $50 million guaranteed for it. That's just some odd priorities there, dog. That's some odd priorities. He said, bro, I love my cousins, but we not sitting 4 deep in the hot tub. No, oh, no. No, I'm not sitting with my cousins. I ain't sitting in the hot tub with my brother. You kidding me? Fanon, AJ is a father. He has a son. I don't doubt. Doesn't yeah, okay, he got a son. Okay, I don't know what that proves one way or the other. I don't particularly care. I'm telling you, it don't matter to me what that dude does. God bless him. God bless him. Doesn't hey, what's Caitlyn Jenner's daughter's name? What's Caitlyn's? I said, I don't matter. It don't matter to me what they do, and this shit don't make me no difference. I just want to see the fight Deontay. I want the dude to fight Deontay Wilder. It makes me no fucking difference what that dude does. You don't mean don't prefer me. Man, I'm talking shit, but trying to do it politely, dog. You know what I'm doing. He's a dad. Yes. Hey, yeah. Caitlyn Jenner. What's Caitlyn Jenner's daughter's name? And his son's names, his children's names. Has multiple kids, don't he? Dog, but I think he's in ain't he now in a lesbian relationship? He just faking. Dog, that dude just faking, dog. Hey, Bruce Jenner just faking, dog. That dude is running a con, dog. He's running a con, dog, for money. I know that. Because he entered into a relationship with a woman, didn't he? Dog, that's what I'm talking about, confusion, man. That shit is confusing. Hold on, dude. You entered into a woman, so you're a man that changed his position so that you could be the lesbian you always wanted to be? What? Man, that shit is confusion, homie. Nah, his family ain't got billions, man. His Some of them chicks he hangs out with got billions. Don't get that shit twisted, homie. His stepdaughters got money. Like I tell my kids, I tell my son all the time. Like he said, why wouldn't you hot tub with a blood brother or friend? You can't be, because I might bump up against a man with no shirt on. What? Hey, first, Clarence Hartman. What can I do with my brother, who I love, in a hot tub that I couldn't do sitting across the table with some spades? Why? Why would I want to be in the hot tub with a male with no clothes on? What is in that? Why would I want to do that? What are we going to play, patty cake? We're going to play patty cake or some shit? Why would I want to do that? That's not a matter of being afraid. It's not wanting to do it. If you had a butt ugly broad, let me tell you something. If there was a 350-pound toothless butt ugly broad that wanted to get into a hot tub with me, I would tell that broad no. Fuck, I'm in a hot tub with you for. The only purpose for me getting in a hot tub with somebody else is for me to get hot in that hot tub. That's what the purpose of the fucking hot tub is. Either I got done practicing and I'm gonna let my muscles react, or I'm gonna try to get some in the water. That's the only reason I would ever get into a hot tub, personally. Now, if y'all want to just shoot the shit, play some spades, sip some whiskey, some shit like that, dog, we can do that shit all day. But I don't need a hot tub to hang out with you. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. He said, hey, Deontay got fans out here waiting to watch him decapitate anybody. UK, where that F-boy AJ at? Yes, sir. Y'all, you got me twisted. That shit makes no sense. That's like you wouldn't get what do you mean? Well, you can't be so afraid. You wouldn't let a man massage you? No, I would not. If I had a pulled back muscle and I needed a physical therapist to rub my back, I would be like, I need a female. Why do you need a female? Because I do not want men touching my back. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't want you touching my back. Period. Get me a female. Can you find a female that can touch my back? Yes, I can find a female. Thank you very, very much. It's nothing against the dude. I just don't want you touching me. How is that? Is that some issue with me? That don't make no sense. What? Why? Why would I? It's like you asking me, would you sleep in the bed under the covers with your brother? No, I would not get into a bed with my brother and get under the covers with my brother. Who's my brother? I would be like, flip the fucking coins, homie. Who is sleeping backwards and one on top of the sheets? Or who gets the floor? The fuck is wrong with you, man? Like, what's wrong with you? Am I missing something? How's something wrong with me? Because I don't want to sleep with a dude. Literally go to sleep next to a dude. Share a fucking pillow with my head on the pillow with it. What's wrong with me? Why do I got to be afraid? That's like saying, oh, I don't like, why won't you eat this goat's brain? Oh, goat's brain? I don't want to eat that goat's brain. What you afraid of? A nasty taste of goat brain? I don't want it. You eat the goat brain. I'm going to go get me some coochie. Fuck out of here, dog. Crazy. Crazy. Dog, I mean, I don't even get that shit. I don't even get that. Why do you got to be afraid? Why is that a matter of fear? Because I don't want to get into a hot tub with you. Fuck sense does that make? Why would you even want to add? How does that conversation even fuck? I don't even understand how that conversation comes up. Seriously, I got all kind of boys, all kind of good friends, lifelong friends. We have never had a conversation about getting into a hot tub come up. That shit is like, man, we're going to go. Hey, man, you want to go to Miami? We're going to kick it at the fight in Miami. Oh, yeah, man, we heard it's a blast. Dog, the hotel got a hot tub in the bottom. Y'all want to go? Huh? What you fucking say? Oh, no, man, look, dude, before we go to the club, look, there's a hot tub downstairs. We can all go get in the hot tub and get relaxed. That shit couldn't. How does that shit even come up? I'm saying, how does that shit come up? Am I making mistakes? Does this make sense to you? Why would it come up? Why would it come up? How did that conversation begin? I can't fathom it. Now, on the other hand, if I'm sitting there, if I was still single and I was in Las Vegas and I had a female friend, she was like, "Oh, there's a hot tub down there. You want to get in the hot tub?" I'll be like, "Hell yeah, I want to get in the hot tub. Let's go." I could see that coming about. I could see that coming about. You know what I mean? I could see how that could eventually go that way. I couldn't even see that conversation starting. It's a hot tub. The fuck are you talking about? How do you even start that? How do you even start under what series of events does that wind up? How the fuck does that happen? Hey, I'm Mr. R. How the fuck does that happen? Come fuck on, dog. Say those people are strange and keep them away from your family. Yeah. Like, dude, but just, you said better be some women. Dude, that's the only way that I could literally see that conversation taking place. That's the only way. Dude, we was hanging out. I was hanging out with Black Fight Fan TV, right? We were all in Houston. I was hanging out with Black Fight Fan TV. I hung out with Junior the Truth. I hung out with Fred. I hung out with Proud African. I hung out with a bunch of dudes that were down there. Not once. I hung out with Blue Blood TV. Not once did anybody bring up a hot tub. Not once. Not once. I was in college for 4 years. I hung out with some of my best friends every day for 4 years. Had an apartment, had brothers living in apartments with each other, shared apartments. Not one time did a hot tub conversation come up. Like, how the fuck does, but on the other hand, I dated women, and on multiple occasions, hot tub conversations came up. Do you want to get in the hot tub? Would you like to take a shower? Hey, we just got done running. Do you want to take a bath? Every bit of getting together in association with water related to a female, okay? Every time in my life, and I'm not a young dude, dog. Every time the conversation is revolved around water, little to no clothing, and more than one person, it was always in relationship to a female. Every time, okay? Even swimming, okay? The only time, I'll change that. The only time that has ever happened where it was a pool. And even then there were women. It was a bathing suit contest. And cats were like, yeah, we'll go to the pool with them. Not just a bunch, unless you are a swimming club, what the fuck you going there for? But like I said, man, you all do you. It just don't make sense to me. See, we lost. We had 339 people in the building. We lost the AJ fans. The AJ fans left. They were like, damn, you right. You right about that shit. You right about that shit. I ain't never had no, how the fuck do you even get in there? Like, I want to know how AJ got into a cart with 4 orangutans. Can somebody please explain to me the conversation that took place where AJ wound up in a golf course in United Arab Emirates with three orangutans wearing dresses? How can you see that coming about? Hey, AJ, would you like to get into the car with these orangutans in dresses? How did that come about, man? How did that come about? Two left hook say it's raining men. That's all I'm saying, dog. It just doesn't make sense to me. But it's cool. You can do what you want to do. Just fight AJ. Just fight AJ. It's okay. Just fight Deontay Wilder. Ronald Jones said, Fanon, salute, chat room, salute, LDBC, salute. Yes, sir. Color say, you mean they left again because they wasn't around after that? Andy Ruiz, ass whooping, and they came back. Oh, yeah, they came back. They've always been here, though, dog. They've been listening quietly, sitting in their hot tubs. They've been listening quietly from their group hot tub. That's what's been going on. I'm not an AJ fan, but he's got many girls. Really? Cool. That's what's up. I just don't understand the hot tub thing. I don't know how you wind up in the hot tub. I just can't foresee it. I can't foresee it. There's a whole lot of dudes that I never caught. They never been in a picture in a hot tub with a bunch of, like, have you ever seen, like, did Snoop Dogg get caught in a hot tub with Dr. Dre? Did you ever see NWA take a group picture in a hot tub? Wham! I can see that 100 miles an hour, homie. I can see that 100 miles an hour. Dog, for real, if you over the age of 10, ain't no reason to be jumping around in a hot tub with a bunch of dudes, okay? If you older than 10. At 10 years old, okay. Because there's plenty of room in the hot tub and your mama's watching. It's maybe somebody can't swim, so this shit's like a pool. Anyway, man, I'm tired of clowning, man. I'm in clowning, dog. If I'm rich, you wouldn't catch me in a hot tub full. Hey, dude, you wouldn't. If I was dead broke, you wouldn't catch me in a hot tub full of men. Why? What's the purpose? You gotta have purpose in your life, dog. I did see Birdman and Lil Wayne kiss. Exactly. My point exactly. Wake me up before you go. Dog, if that ain't your actual daddy, ain't no kisses, okay? And then after you get the age of about 4, ain't no kisses here. Ain't no kisses on the mouth between no dudes. And even if he's your son and he's over the age of 4, like maybe when he's a little baby, but we get, like, my son is 13. I'm not kissing that dude on the lips. I kiss him on top of his head. I'm like, oh boy, I grab him by his head and knuckle him up, kiss him on the head and move him. But dog, I ain't sitting in no hot tub. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Anyway, man, Trav, I said, what's up, Fanon? I thought that photo was a Photoshop, but it's AJ. I believe it. Yeah. Oh, come on, man. Anybody gonna have to Photoshop that? There's plenty of other shit. But that's on them, dog. He said, Nick said at the age of 2. Yeah, around the age of 2, once you don't hold them in your arms like that, nah, homie. Why? Lil Wayne said I'm the only one he kissed. Even if it's your actual daddy. Hey, dude, even if it's your actual daddy. At age, on the cheek. Yeah, I think you can kiss your dad on his cheek. You can kiss if your brother's sick, you might be able to kiss your brother on the cheek, on the head, something. But any dude who ain't that, I ain't kissing you for what? Think about it, dog. Think about it. Would you let your wife in a hot tub with 4 men? Think about it. If a hot tub is just a hot tub, right? If it's like playing cards, would you let your wife play cards with 4 men? Just play like dominoes. Like she's just out and you heard, oh, your wife killed these dudes at spades. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Hey, your wife is downstairs in the hot tub with 4 dudes. What's your mind going to do? You'll be like, man, your wife, like I said. Then I'll be like, man, your wife is playing spades with 4 people. She's playing spades. You waking me up about her playing spades? She's down there she's down in the hotel lobby playing spades with 4 people. So what? So what? Oh, your wife is in the hot tub, bubbly wubbly with 4 dudes in the hot tub. Dude. He said, hell no, spades. Dog, spades, you'd be a paranoid ass dude to be like, oh, your wife is playing spades. But if your wife is in the hot tub, dog, you're going to have to go have a talk with her. What the fuck you doing in this? Get the fuck out that pool. But, it's just reasonable. Nothing sexual about that. Nothing sexual about that. Fuck out of here, man. Some people do that lip thing. What's that? Yeah, some people do. Generally with kids, but men, I mean, that's whatever. I mean, do you? Do you? I'm just talking about what I ain't, no, for me. Luther Vandross had a lot of women at one time. Luther Vandross had a lot of friends. Yeah, he said a Savage Henry big. That's a huge difference. If he was sitting there playing cards, if he was playing cards with friends, that would not be an issue. People be like, dude's just playing cards. You're in the hot tub, taking pictures, smiling. Everybody fucking happy and drinking. With no women around, you can't even see a video of. That's like that. What's that dude's name? He used to play for the Tennessee Titans from Texas. Vince Young. Oh, come on, man. Ain't no reason for 30 men to be standing around with their shirts off with no men, with no women in sight. That's just But then again, hey, man, do you? Oh, by all means, do you? If they were playing spades in the hot tub, what if they're playing spades in the hot tub? Then it's problems. Because you ain't playing no spades in the shit's gonna get wet. I'm thinking you lying to me. What you were playing spades in the hot tub? What, you got waterproof cards? You got waterproof cards? How are you keeping the score? Where's the paper, dog? What are you remembering the score? What you putting the spades down on? Dog, that's how my mind works. You can't play spades in a hot tub. And plus, you got to have so they can't see each other. They can't see over each other. That means they be sitting like this, which means they feet all touching and shit. No, dog, I don't buy it. I don't buy it, homie. Said laminated cards and a dry erase board. Man, I think it would just be easy to take your ass over there just take your ass into the lobby and go play. Keeping the books in the Oh man, but anyway, man, I want to get off this. Before I get off this, man, what was the other thing, man, I had on here, man? I had something else on here. Hold on, man. Something else I wanted to say before we bounce up out of here. Joshua looking crazy. Charlo Harrison. What's your predictions on Charlo Harrison, man? It's Wednesday, isn't it? It's Wednesday. So we got a couple more days between Charlo Harrison. Who y'all got? I need to know. Put your name out there. I got Charlo. Let me know who you got. Who got Charlo? Who's got Harrison? That's the one thing I want to know. Okay, Sam Alvarado's got Harrison. Buddy Lee, Charlo. Goalkeeper 3000, Charlo. Roger Connor, Charlo. Hurricane Carter, if y'all want to get one of these saunas in Germany, it would be a trip. It would trip y'all out. Y'all said if y'all went to one of these saunas in Germany, oh, you talk about all the dudes all in there? Oh, yeah, no, that's them dudes. Yeah, that's, that's Charlo, Harrison, Lexidon 10 got Harrison, Charlo. Dozy said, will you let your wife in a hot tub playing cards? With all respect to ask, we said, will you let your wife in a hot tub playing cards? With all respect to you, I ask. Would I let my wife in a hot tub playing cards? First of all, I don't tell my wife what to do. My wife will do what she wants to do. And if she did some shit that I didn't like, I would tell her some shit that I didn't like. Fortunately for me, I don't have any issue with that because my wife ain't going to do that. I don't have to worry about that. That's some shit like I don't even think about. Okay? That ain't my girlfriend that I just met. Okay? If my wife felt like, hey, I need to do that, my wife would be like, look, babe, I got to go before she did it. That's why I married somebody in the natural sciences and not a lawyer. Go back to my previous vision. My wife ain't a cheater. My wife will break your heart before she cheats. That's what I like about her. She would be like, this shit ain't working. I'm about to go do this. I'm letting you know. And I'd be like, you can't. And she, well, I guess that's the end. Well, I guess that's the end. Depressing. That's the kind of relationship I have with my wife. I don't even have to worry about that shit. Didn't like the Charlo, but he's going to pull us up. He said, good answer for 9. Yeah, it's the truth. Man, I ain't got no leash on my wife. I tell my wife that all the time. She'd be like, even whenever she asks me something, I'm like, yeah, I'm your husband. I ain't your daddy. What are you going to do? You just let me know what you're going to do. When we got married, dude, I did not want that shit. I did not want that. I do not want to be the police. I don't want her to be the police. I don't want to be the police. Period. Okay. And I trust, and I know that about her. If she has some ideas otherwise, she would just tell me and be like, that's what it is. And I'm just letting you know. Because her mind she ain't sneaky like that. And it would be too much pressure on here. She doesn't like that shit. That's not how her mind works. He said she ain't working late. He said she ain't working late. Hey man, my wife can do whatever my wife wants to do. And then if she does something I don't like it, then we got to deal with it then. But I ain't in the mood to be the police, homie. She grown ass woman. She don't need me to police her. And I tell my daughter that too. You don't need no dude that's going to police you. Don't date nobody that is a control freak. If this dude is into telling you what time you can come or what time you can go, you need to get the fuck away from him. Okay? Period. Not saying you can't be upset about something that happens or wish they would do something different. But once you get into that policing shit, you're dealing with the wrong person because you're going to regret it. And you don't feel like you're there because of your own free will. Exactly like my man Broderick Hunter said. Man, don't be trying to lock these chicks up. Demand that they do this, demand that they don't do that. You don't own them. You know? What's going on? What's going on, Daniel Stanley? Anyway, that's my take on it. You know what I mean? But look, man, they said, Hurricane Carter, nah. Oh, say Jose D, keep it 100. That's what's up. Richard McCrae said that's real talk. A lot of these folks think they control a whole another person. That's not how life works. No, man. Said, what about your wife and Stacey Dash? What about my wife and Stacey Dash? Stacey Dash is going about her fucking business too. Oh, my wife and Stacey Dash. What about it? Stacey Dash is a bad bitch. But she going about her fucking business too. I ain't doing it, dog. No. Just no. I don't want that, dog. I don't want it. I don't want somebody to control me. I want to be here because I want to be here. I want her to be there because she wants to be there. I don't want to tell you what time you got to come home and what time the shit you got to do. I'm not doing any of that shit. In a hot tub, if my wife was she's in there with a female. Those females can get into hot tubs together. They're females. They're females. Females can hug and kiss each other on the cheek. Females can do that shit. Females can go watch each other get dressed and undressed and do all that female shit. Men are men, okay? I am not a female can sit there, get dressed and undressed in front of another woman, be completely naked. That's on them. I'm not doing that shit with you, okay? No, take your ass to your fucking room. The fuck are you talking about? Man, we want to go to the fight, man. We want to share a room. Fuck no, I ain't sharing no room with you. Get your ass. Are you a grown ass man? Get a job and share your own fucking room. My wife is a female. Okay. They do what they do. I don't give a fuck if she's in a hot tub with him. What the fuck out of with a female? Fuck I'm on. No, I don't care. You said women can grind on these. Exactly, dog. We ain't do, man, the way they dance together and hold hands and shit. Dudes don't do that. Come on. Look, man, I'm saying, man. Black is not a noun. That's confusion. Black is a noun. Or is it? It's a description, isn't it? Yeah, black is a description. Good point. Female got a free oasis on. Hey, man, all I'm trying to tell you is I ain't trying to hear it. But look, man, I'm going to get up out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat. Much love to AJ and all y'all AJ fans. But he acting crazy. We'll get back with you tomorrow. And with that, I'm out. Peace. And by the way, everybody got Charlo winning. In large majority got people Charlo winning. And I agree with that. For non-regular minds can't understand the decisions of a Don. Exactly. Free women for me. Yeah, dog, just first of all, dude, you don't want to do that to female. You don't want to do that to people because then they will feel the need to want to leave. If you bottle somebody up and you're preventing them from doing anything that they want to do, then they are not going to want to be there with you. There's going to be significant amount of times they're going to want to do something else and be stuck with you. So then they will start resenting you for not allowing them to go do what they want to do. If you just let them do what the fuck they're going to do during the times that they're with you, they will actually want to be with you. And what you should want, what I think is smart to want, is somebody that wants to be with you. Otherwise, it's not an enjoyable scenario. It's an abusive relationship. Fucking try to own people all the fucking time, man. Fucking, what the fuck is this? Let that chick do what the fuck she want to do. Let her out the house. Anyway, it is what it is. With that, I'm out. Peace.